Hello and welcome back to another cooking video, guys. I am your host, the Croissant Mafia. And joining me again is Mama Croissant.
Hello.
And today we will be making two things. We will be making a homemade salad dressing called vinaigrette, and the other thing will be a Mediterranean salad called taboulé, which we will be using the vinaigrette for. So let's get into the ingredients. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a shaker to hold your vinaigrette in. So the next thing you're gonna need is salt, and you can either use regular sea salt or pink salt. Either one will work. The next thing you're gonna need is mustard. Any kind of mustard will do. The next thing you're gonna need is vinegar. For this video, we are going to be mixing the balsamic and the apple cider vinegar. You can also mix yours or use one or the other, or use another type of vinegar. As long as it's vinegar, it will work. And the last thing you're gonna need is olive oil or any other oil of your choosing.
So I chose to use the Himalayan pink salt because I like it. And it's about a tablespoon full of salt that you pour into the container. And you can add more salt if you think that it's not enough. It depends on your taste. You can also add black pepper if you want. I'm not a big fan of black pepper, so I don't put any, but it's also an option that you can add. After that, I'm going to take the mustard, and I usually put a big spoon, big spoon in it. And then for the vinegar, like I said, I'm going to use the balsamic and the apple cider. And usually I put half of one and half of the other. Then you pour it into the container. And you add the oil. And you fill it up completely. And you close the container, making sure that the lid is closed, and you shake. And then your salad dressing is ready. You can store it into the fridge for several days or several weeks. The original measurement is 1 big spoon of vinegar for 3 big spoons of oil. If you just want to make a smaller quantity, and you can obviously, if you're using 2 big spoons of vinegar, you're going to put 6 spoons of oil.
Now for the taboulé, the first thing you're going to need is couscous. The next thing you're gonna need is a singular can of mixed vegetables. And the next thing you're gonna need is a pepper. For this video, we are going to use a red pepper, but you can certainly use any other color that you would like. And finally, you're gonna need a bowl to contain everything in it, and a measuring cup to measure your water and the amount of couscous you will be using.
All right, so I'm taking the couscous and I'm going to measure 2 cups of it. You put the couscous in the bowl, and then I'm going to measure 2 cups of water. And I am using this one to boil the water. It's going a little bit faster than on the stove, but you can just pour it into a pot and putting it on the stove. Then, while the water is boiling, I'm going to prepare the pepper. So now that the water is boiled, I just pour it on top of the couscous. And then you cover and you set the timer to 5 minutes. During those 5 minutes, again, you can have your peppers ready, and you can also cut it onto a board if you want. Once the time is up, you uncover the couscous and you just break it. You separate the grains, otherwise, you know, it's like a big polenta dish and you don't want that. So you just have to break down all the grains. And then you're going to add there is one that was hidden. And you mix vegetables. And you just mix it all together. And of course you can, you know, let it cool down a bit if you prefer. And then once you mixed everything, you just add your vinaigrettes in it, and And you want to make sure that there's enough because the grain is absorbing the vinaigrette. So if you need, you can add more vinaigrette in it. Again, it's personal choice. And it's ready to use when it's cooled down completely. You can store it in the fridge. And that's it.